And it's time for another night of some No Man's Sky. And what we'll do is we'll hop on in, and I'll check to see where I left off. But kind of a overall game plan is I do want to start some credit farming, some nanite farming, start trying to get tech modules farmed up so I can probably in the next stream or a couple streams start building a really awesome base that I already have the designs for drawn out. All I have to do is get them. And I think what we're going to do tonight as well is we're going to track down all 16 of the portal glyphs so we can start our journey to getting our Sentinel stuff and the stuff that came with the new Interceptor update, which I've actually started to get into a little bit more and on my other save here. And yeah, so let's we're gonna keep the camera on, chat's open for anybody who wants to pop in and say hi, but more importantly, just everybody sit back, relax. A recording of this will be put up on my YouTube channel shortly after my stream concludes this evening. So cheers, let's take to the stars. It's water, by the way. Nothing too strong. Monday after 3 days of 12-hour night shifts. I slept for most of the day and it's raining, so... And if my voice sounds a little scraggly, I think there's something going around the office that I finally caught, so... Yeah, audio may not be the best in this stream, but we'll power through. We'll overcome all obstacles. Now, I believe the last time I left off, I was just getting ready to start taking to the stars. I might have boarded the first station. Not 100% sure, and I need to check to make sure that I'm still in the Euclid galaxy here. Beautiful intro scenes every time you play No Man's Sky. I like the fly through and you can actually kind of see some of the other galaxies as you load into the game. Maybe this would have helped Obi-Wan find his missing planet. Loading. There we go. Alright. So, yeah. Let's let things load in. There's my base and ship. I'm gonna go ahead and put her into third person here. Why not grab some of this ferrite dust and dihydra? Ooh, chromatic metal. Yes, please. Nom 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 nom. Alright, let's get back to my ship and base, and then we will see where we had... Oh, yeah, we were at the point where we had to construct the construction research unit. Also, what we might do, too, is at least start looking for a suitable paradise planet to put down roots and call home for the duration of our time here. copper, because I know I'm going to need some chromatic metal. Alright, so...
Radiation protection stabilizing.
Let's see, what can we spend on? Buildable technology. Oh, yep. I've got to build a teleporter.
Item received. Item received.
We're going to buy a save beacon. And that's, I think, all that we can get for now. Let's go ahead and just quickly rename this ignore the spelling. This is just a temporary base, so. Alright. I'm gonna hang out in here while I do this, but we're gonna go ahead and craft that metal plating. Craft we need to go out and get some sodium. Sodium.
Radiation protection falling.
Alright. Time to construct the teleporter. Get this dihydrogen jelly. And then we'll go out and try to get some more. Actually, let's get a belt and then we'll go out and get some more salvage data. Do I have the blueprint for the, Nope, I do not have the blueprint for the advanced mining laser. Alrighty, ditey, let's get the teleporter slapped down.
Stabilizing.
Alright, let's break this down into ferrite dust. What I want to do now is fill in this hole. There's a hole in the bottom of the sea. the last thing I want to do is step out of that teleporter and go straight down into a hole. Life has been so amazing since I actually figured out how to properly use a lot of the time manipulation tools. Alright, let's see what we need to do to build that battery. We need the oxygen. So why we go look for that? Let's go start getting some tech modules. And maybe we'll find some oxygen on the way. Well, hopefully not maybe. Definitely, because we need oxygen to live as well. Never have too much ferrite dust or chromatic metal. And one of the things I think I've decided here on this channel, it's probably going to be the main game is going to be No Man's Sky. I think, you know, trying to think of things to do in multiple other games I have and not having a set theme for this channel is really not helping me out. So I think No Man's Sky is the game that we're going to be doing here on this channel. Not to say that we won't be, you know, going through any other games or any, like, raid streams when I play Destiny, but main content will probably be No Man's Sky.
Technology recharge.
Give me all that chromatic metal and ferrite dust.
Radiation protection falling. Technology recharge.
Looks like we're heading in more of a northeasterly direction.
Radiation protection falling.
Where is the oxygen? Like, there's sodium for days, but no O2. Also go pick up some of that uranium. That's going to come in handy later, I think. Carbon. Me oh my, where is the oxygen? Actually. Ooh! Let's see, what is that? Starship Shield module. Oh, I might try it out. It's not an S-class module, but you know, having an A-class drop that early in a game, that's a good deal.
Inventory full.
I wonder if anything that I can break down.
Technology recharging.
That's not good. Without oxygen, that's not good.
Units received.
See any hazardous flora. Go grab that uranium deposit.
Radiation protection falling.
Oh, where did that? Oh, there it is. I may just have to bite the bullet and find another planet. Uranium. Okay, that's not too bad. And I wonder, I bet I could probably break down some of that, some of the stuff into oxygen if I needed to. I hope.
Radiation protection falling.
Alright, let's get my ship over here and get back to base. Figure out what I'm going to do about my oxygen situation. I would hate to abandon this base this early. But I'm not seeing any oxygen, not even any oxygen-rich plants or hazardous flora. Well, in that case, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and just bite the bullet. And we'll pick up our stakes, and I guess we're gonna find our home planet today.
Radiation protection falling.
Go ahead and pick that up. We're gonna delete that. Yeah, this planet was not the best planet to choose to start trying to build the base on. So, yeah, we'll say goodbye to this planet and hello to another one. And then we'll start laying down the foundation. I guess what then we could do is start laying down at least the basic box foundation of our new home. Yeah, I prefer paradise planets just because they're a little bit more livable. They have a little bit less hazardous weather. I do want to check to see if I am... Yep, Euclid. Good. And I'm checking that because that's kind of important to what we're going to have to do when we start looking for the portal glyphs. Get out of this asteroid belt. I think this is going to be what we'll call our Squeaks Primus. Yes, and yes, I know, I have to work my gamer tag into anything I build. It's just who I am. Buzzing a little bit. llama. What's that? Oh, it looks like a base. Oh, let's stop by here and see what we can get. Just check out the environment. Oh, this has sentinel activity, but yeah, I'd rather have a little bit sentinel activity compared to hazardous radiation weather. Yeah, this looks perfect for our Squeaks Primus. O2! Oxygen! Hooray! About time, too. Carabass. I hated to have to do that because we're going to need the nanites. We're going to at least need 200 nanites for the travelers we'll have to meet. Oh, there's...
Technology recharge. Units received. Neurotoxins detected.
Ouch.
Units received.
Alright, full life support. Finish padding our O2 stock. Well, we need to also look for a good location to start building our home. I usually try to look for locations that are near the water, just for the, you know, aesthetic, overlooked scenery. But too, I also try to look for somewhere that's flat. Like here, it's perfect. Yeah. Yeah, this would be perfect for what I need. Alright, well, that being said, let's go ahead and Squeaks Prime. There we go. And we got 10 nanites for that. Alright, now that that's taken care of, let's lay claim. The claim is good. Now I'm not going to start building the base yet. I just want to make sure that I at least have a solid foundation for the first piece. Oh, apparently I don't have the pure ferrite. Whoops. Well, in anywho, let's just go ahead and start getting this stuff down. So I can start doing some refining.
Technology recharge.
Let's break that down. Let me go do some ferrite farming. Ooh, out of my way. I don't mean to hurt any animals in this stream, I promise.
Units received.
Well, I don't know. We have the foundation down. It attacked me. I was defending myself. Just filling it in a little bit. Kind of a man-made overlook, kind of. I don't want my base kind of hanging unsupported. It just doesn't look right. Perfect. Let me make some sodium nitrate. You know, the one thing I really love about this game, it's very low intensity. The music is just very chill. Like when I got home this morning from work, I did the dishes, got changed, and this is what I did for about an hour before I fell asleep. And it felt good going to sleep after you know, maybe I think it was about an hour of playing this.
Technology recharge.
Go. All right, let's see. And I'm not going to be too worried about what we don't get done today because there will always be tomorrow. to get it done. Alrighty, let's see. Let's break that magnetized ferrite back down to pure. So I really don't need that quite at this moment. Alright, now that we've got our shelter going here. This is just part 1 of my base build. But this will kind of serve as just the beginning foundation to the build entire. Which is good because it gives me time to grind up the pieces, the little bits in that I need. Great. So I'm gonna go out and start getting some more tech modules, sodium, and etc. Alright, tech module. Ouch. First run over here and hit the sodium plant. And might as well hit the oxygen plant as well, since we're in the neighborhood.
Toxins detected.
Ouch. See what's in this damaged container here. Oh, More life support gel. Never have too much of that. We'll also hit this knowledge stone. See how much in the way of salvage data. So we have 10 out of 30 salvage data. We don't need a whole lot right now, but we do need to remember to kind of keep farming that as much as we can when we can. Cobalt, Porphyrium, Porphyrium. For all you Pokemon fans out there, I do apologize for that very poor joke. Run over here to this damaged machinery. As always, where there's damaged machinery, there's a tech module.
No free slots in suit inventory.
Nanite! What can I jump? I can get rid of that. I'll get rid of that. Alright, now we'll make our way back to our base and finish just getting the basics set up, and then we'll continue along with the main part of our story here. And I'll tell you right now, the rain is coming down tonight. of that carbon and condensed carbon. Wait a minute, did I miss some?
Life support power low.
Oof.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
I missed a bit. I'll come back for that one later. Get the battery and see if we can get the solar panel. Oh, wait, yep, we gotta build the construction module thingy. I don't have any of the magnetized ferrite. Carabas.
Received.
Bingo, bango, bongo.
Received.
Though we don't have the materials to build the solar panel quite yet, which is okay. Thought I had some gold in my starship. Oh, now we do. We can build one, count them, one solar panel. And I'm gonna back up a little bit and stand up and take a little bit of a stretch break. Okay. Whew. I sit all night for work, so this isn't anything new to me. Okay. There we go. Alright, now that that's done, we do have something to come back to. Let's go ahead and rename our base and we'll head to the station. Sofa. Soul food. Squeaks. There we go, and we'll upload it. Alright, time to go investigate the space station, and I think once we get that taken care of, we'll start. Nope.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
So now we have to find life forms to ask about the mysterious signal. But let me just double check to make sure that I haven't already. Yep, I've already done the suit upgrade. Let's see. Alright. Alright, now the vendor should be unlocked. Nope, never mind. That's frustrating. Nanites, nom 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 nom. And and I'll eat all that carbon. Yum, 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 yum. Alright, it's going to want us to return to our base, so... warp to the base. Yeah, the reason I think I'm just stuck doing the first part of the story quest now is the glyphs in that won't open up and... oh, hello. Okay, there we go. I hope I caught that glitch on stream. I hope I did. But as I was saying, the reason I'm doing it this way is because everything still is kind of time-gated until we reach the space anomaly. Alright, we're going back to visit the base computer as I slowly die. Archives terminated. Select new task. Begin decryption. Coding 16, 16, 16. Message follows. The traveler finds their wings. Fly to us and claim your place among the stars. Alright, so now we've acquired a signal that says life signs detected. And now we need to go to the decoded coordinates. Which, since I have this, let's go ahead and just slap that in there. Most people probably want to do that, but you know what? When in Rome. Planet, no radiation. Oh god, we're going back to this planet. Oh boy. I know it's probably that crashed freighter over there, but yeah. I'm going to anger my fat cells, but totally worth it. Because, you know, we need to make sure we grind resources on the way. That don't sound good. The signal has led me to the wreck of a freighter. Colossus fragments of metal scattered across the landscape. Were these messages nothing but the misfiring circuits of a long-forgotten rune? Nestled among the debris, I find the pilot's log, blinking, awaiting input. Instead of displaying the ship's log, the terminal spits out a strange sequence of numbers. They are followed by a short message. A schematic for a hyperdrive is attached to the end of the message. I pull the blueprint from the computer, but this hyperdrive blueprint is for a conventional starship, not a freighter of this size. Someone placed this here after the crash, hoping it would be found. Nope. We have to go get microprocessors.
Technology installed.
Alright, well, to our friends on the space station. I need to probably break down some of my copper into chromatic. Or go get some more copper.
Product received.
Alright, got our hyperdrive shoved in there. My hyperdrive is complete. Perhaps I really will find answers out there amidst the stars. But without warp cells, I will be going nowhere. I need to find the source of antimatter. I see exactly where we're going.
Radiation protection falling.
Ooh, Korvax casing. I'm gonna hold on to that. Let's eat this goop. The terminal is clogged with an unnerving, pulsating slime. Nevertheless, it appears to be function. As I touch the input panel, the alien substance reacts violently. I make a note to avoid getting closer. The device opens, revealing a single unblinking crimson eye. It prints out a blueprint for antimatter, accompanied by a strange message. Alrighty. Yep, I will need to get chromatic metal. But let's get these nanites. Num 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 num.
Radiation protection falling.
That's right. Run away. Creepy crawly. Now these are units. Money, 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 money! Now let's get out of here. Alrighty. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and sell these larval cores. Ooh, 1 million. Yes, please. I'll take that. Graciously take that. Thank you. Alright, back to our base where we'll go ahead and throw that copper into our refinery and get some chromatic metals to make some antimatter. I could have just taken the teleporter too. Come to think about it. Surprised uranium doesn't break down into chromatic metal. Alright. Now that that's made, go ahead and make antimatter. Make a housing unit, and voila, we have our own our own warp cell. Let's go ahead and
Technology recharge.
Alright, and let's hope we get lucky that in the first station that we visit, we run into a traveler. So I guess now what we might, and what will probably also happen is we'll get the space anomaly, do what we need to do there, and then we'll start looking for the 2 travelers we'll need to then get all 16 glyphs without having to search the whole galaxy.
Technology recharge.
Alright. So we are in a Gex system, I think. Yep. So let's say hello to our Korvax friends. go to this before we go to the station. It's caustic, which means probably toxin. What the hell? This whole system is caustic.
Technology recharge. Toxin protection. Falling.
All right. Warp cell. Let's head to the station. on this journey. So close. Let's get some storage space. Let's see, toxic. Oh, yep. Oh, we don't have enough in the way of nanites. Dang it. Yeah, we don't have the nanites. Nav data, I'll take that. I'll take that. More nanites. Num 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 num. Ah! Yeah, it doesn't appear there doesn't appear to be any travelers here. Oh well. We've got all the nanites and nav data in the station. So we will go ahead and make a jump to a new system.
Recharge.
And away we go. Go to another Corvax system. I'm going to do is I'm going to go immediately to the station because I need to get some water in me. I'm a little thirsty. There we go. Smooth as butter. Alright. I will be right back, folks. Alright, let's do our usual circuit here, go to the suit upgrade, look for nanites and nav data. Take a look, see what they have in the way of C-class. Trunk cannon. Stick underwater. Not anything really that sparks interest. Oh, yep. Grab that encrypted data or nanites. We'll pop across the landing bay here. Please let there be one traveler. Please let there be one traveler. Quickly run into this room. I don't see any travelers. Unless, you know, what we'll do is, alright, go ahead and hop in our ship and we'll go ahead and listen to that incoming message. We're getting close to getting the space anomaly unlocked. Ah, crashed ship. Actually, that looks kind of nice. It looks like a hauler, maybe. Salvage data, nanites, nom 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 nom. Nanites. Oh, wait, no. Convergence cube.
Technology prepared. Technology prepared.
There are no signs of life. There is only the static of a broken communicator. Whatever message was once here has been scrambled beyond recovery. All I extract is the pilot's name, Artemis. Whoever they were, they are long gone. The only other uncorrupted data is a set of plans and upgrade for my mining beam. Advanced mining laser!
Technology installed.
Alright, well, let's see. Ooh, it's a B class! Biggie dog, an explorer in a B class nonetheless off the bat. You know what? I would usually junk a ship like this, but she's a keeper. Definitely a keeper. I'm gonna claim it. I'm gonna fix her up. And I think she's kind of gonna become my my flagship ship.
Component prepared. Technology prepared. Component prepared.
Yeah, this could be a project for tomorrow's stream, definitely. Yeah, we can make this work. Yeah. For now, I will call in my regular go-to ship. And make my way back to space. Now I think we can get access to the, yep, and then we should start being able to find some travelers. We could probably do some exploring for those, and then we'll get set up to get the glyphs probably tomorrow. Let's give him some planet data. Yay, we got some nanites in return. Let's get another cargo slot. Can never have too many of those. Let's see what we can get for exosuit upgrades. Yep. Oh no. Get that. Huge array of base parts. Alright, let's go speak to Nada about Aramis. Or Artemis. What did I say, Aramis? I must have destiny on the brain. Alright, well. Looks like we're done here at the anomaly. Now I would like to try at least 2 jumps to see maybe if we can find the 2 travelers we need to get the 2 glyphs. We need to do this little easy method of getting all 16 portal glyphs.
Navigational data received.
A lot of Korvax are in this area. Let's jump back to a Gek system. Okay, here we go. To the space station. And let's just go ahead and All right, and this is, I think, where we're gonna put a pause on the main story quests of this game, and just, you know, focus on some fun. Alright, let's hop out here. Come up here first. Grab the nanites or nav data. It's nav data. Woo-hoo! Slap another cargo slot in. Looks like we might have a traveler. Yes, we do. Our first traveler of the day. We'll come right back to him. What's special about these travelers is that they'll give you coordinates to a grave, and at that grave, that's where you'll be able to get your glyphs. Alright. Let's pay the 100 nanites. And then let's go get our first glyph. Go. All right, and that is our first glyph. Now we only need one more. Tritium. if I could buy some things.
Product received.
Let's get that advanced mining laser slapped in. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I hate to do this, but I will be right back once again. I do apologize about that. Alright, I am back. So now that we've gotten the advanced mining laser installed, we should be able to start getting even more valuable resources for when we but now I'm gonna quickly see if I can get back over to the anomaly, and if I can buy at least the economy scanner for my ship, because I will need that later after we get the 2 glyphs we need. Just in case. Yep. Not jetpack, not ready to make a jump like that. I don't have the nanites. Ooh, that's not good. Well, let's go get some more nanites as well, in that case. Jump to another system. get another one of those little mysterious package thingies. Those usually have upgrades in them that you can then sell to the technology merchant for nanites.
Alert. Navigational data received.
Let's go to a Viking world now. Alright, now, there's no guarantee we'll have a traveler in this station, but who knows? Nanites! Num 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 num. I probably can't afford it right now. Oh. No data. Nom nom. But we get nanites over here. Nom 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 nom. Alright. See if our luck holds out. Don't think our luck. Nope. No traveler. We can make one more jump. Nanites. Num 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 num. Not gonna worry about going back to the anomaly on this one. the loading sequences in space travel. Well, you know what? Let's go rescue this freighter captain and see what type of freighter he is, and heck, you know, maybe even just get our first freighter, regardless of its class.
Hostile ships approaching. Hostile ships defeated. Alert. Navigational data received.
It's probably a C class, but you know, we'll take what we can get. Freighter means extra storage at a time like this. Oh no, my game just crashed. Oh boy. Hello? Yep, No Man's Sky has been doing that to me. It's been crashy. There we go. It seems to be back up and running. Have to fix that before I upload it. But yeah, I had a feeling we were going to experience a game crash eventually throughout tonight's game. Alrighty, shoot. Dang. I hope we didn't just lose a lot of stuff. I hate it when that happens. You'd be having a really awesome gameplay and then just boom, crash. Load back in, please. There we go. Let's see where it... Okay, good. Still in the same system. We're gonna have to rescue this freighter again, but... who knows? Maybe we got lucky and we'll get an S-Class out of this. Do you think this freighter is S-Class? Or A or S-Class? I'm gonna go ahead and take it.
Navigational data received.
There we go. Take the fast way up to the captain. I've always enjoyed the Korvax. They're pretty cool people. And the Gek. I'm not a big fan of the Viking, if I'm being honest, but that's just me. Oh, C-Class. We'll just take the reward. Nanites! Nom 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 nom! And gold! Silver and gold! And I'm not going to start because I know that's probably copyrighted by Reagan and Das, so... cannot be involved in any kind of litigation right now. Alright, to the space. Well, let me first get close here. And then I'll also pull up the anomaly. Oh, no nanites. Sad face. But we get more storage. Oh, wait. Will it be nav data or nanites? Nav data! Alright. Will our luck hold? Deck, Orbix by King. Wah, wah. No Traveler. Alright, I think we can do one more jump. One more jump. Oh, am I out of fuel? Shite. I am out of fuel. Dang it. Well, since it's getting late anyway, and I'll probably be most likely streaming again tomorrow, let me stop by the anomaly, pick up some things, tech for us. And then we'll call it a night. But before we call it a night, I think there's something that I would really kind of want to speak to personally before I go ahead and end the stream. So let's take care of this, and then I'll see if my little one here needs to go on a WALK, and then we'll take care of the business that we need to take care of. Alrighty. Let's run up here. Ship technology.
Item received. Item received.
We'll take that. Yep. And we'll get the waveform recycler. We'll go ahead and install them, but we won't be able to really
Technology installed.
do anything more with them tonight.
Technology installed.
Alright, well, since I don't want to have an all-night stream that will to look for just one more traveler, I think we'll worry about doing all that tomorrow when I stream. I'll probably be a little earlier in the evening, but I will. You guys out there in the world will be the first to know when I hit that stream button. And so, but as I said, there's some business I'd like to take care of before we call it a night. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to step away for a brief moment, and I am going to walk my dog. And then I'll come back and we'll have the talk that we need to have. I'll be right back. Alrighty, let me go ahead and just reposition my camera. Well, I can't position it where I wanted it to go, but oh boy, well, this subject is a somewhat very painful subject for me to discuss, and I'm just gonna let's go ahead and just go hitting right into it. As you might have noticed in my Twitch name and a lot of my other social media for my gaming, some of you might have noticed that I had dropped the RG, the 2 letters before my gamer tag and username and I dropped them a little bit about a year ago. And around that time, when I was asked by people, I wouldn't say that anything other than I had moved on from the community that was known as Rapture Gaming Community and the Fuse Battalion, which I was a part of, which I really enjoyed my time in. I made a lot of really great friends, people that I still hang out with and care about to this day. But reflecting on it this past year, I still am carrying around a very deep pain in regards to the events that transpired to me leaving that community. And the fact of the matter was, when I sought closure, I wasn't given it. So now, after a year of reflecting on it and really, living with it and living into this new life of gaming on my own now, making new friends through other LFGs, I decided that it was time for me to share my story. And it was time for what I believe to be the truth to come out. And this is one of the hardest things I have to do, because there are still a lot of people in this community that I care about. A lot of people that I think are really good people. And unfortunately, it's the people who aren't so good, who constantly made life difficult for me when I wanted to game and relax. Unfortunately, it's those people that have spoiled that bunch. And so I first want to start by acknowledging what I've pinned down as the catalyst from my eventual departure. Was that it was about this time last year. I was, as pretty much a lot of you guys know, finishing up a graduate degree in theology, which is a very hard subject at any level. I was overly stressed, also trying to coordinate, how can I get relatives to the school for graduation with accommodations and that during the tail end of a global pandemic. So the event that transpired happened about a week before Easter. 2 weeks before finals. I wanted to kind of relax and hang out with some friends, so we decided that we were going to run the Vow of the Disciple raid in Destiny 2, which was the raid that was released with Witch Queen. Now, this raid was very mechanically heavy. It was very complex. It required a fair amount of communication and understanding and patience. And by the time that we had reached the final boss encounter, it was close to midnight Eastern time. It was almost 11 o'clock my time Central, if I'm remembering correctly, and everyone was tired. Everyone was kind of starting to cut at each other's throats, and I was one of the people who kind of said maybe we could stop here and grab the boss checkpoint and maybe pick it up again later. well, my opinion wasn't really considered, and they brought in someone else. Now this individual, and they know who they are. I'm not going to name drop at any point, because the individuals that I will speak about know exactly who they are, or at least I hope they know who they are. But this individual was notorious for using either the half-truth sword or the other half sword in Destiny, which was notorious for sword skating, glitching, and just making it impossible sometimes to get silly banner or get the raid banners before encounters. And on top of that, he would like to do that. They would like to throw other players off the arena map in the process. I was one of this person's go-to targets of this. I had asked this person multiple times to stop. I wasn't thinking that it was fun anymore. I had brought this up to the people in charge of this community, and the response that I was met with, "Oh, you should just relax. We're all here to have fun." Well, fun at the cost of someone's feelings and legitimate experience is not fun at all. That, as he was coming into the raid, and as he sorted me off the map to put a silly banner down, I had a phone call from a family member that I had to take. And that phone call wasn't the best pleasant conversation. And I left that phone call probably a little bit angry, a little bit frustrated. And when I had come back to realize what had happened to me in game, I finally had enough, and I snapped. And I'm going to acknowledge that, and I am going to take accountability for that I snapped. I said some things that might not have been appropriate. I might have said some things that were hurtful, and I accept full responsibility for that. I accept the accountability on that. But the fact, after we had finished the raid, as we all were leaving, I apologized to everyone who was present. But that's when it started to happen, and I pretty much knew my time in that community was done. I was offered a chance to have a defense for myself, but I knew, knowing the group that was and mostly still is part of the leadership, no matter what I would have said would have made any single difference. So I chose the best defense possible, and that was silence. Then Palm Sunday. It was Palm Sunday. The Palm Sunday after that incident. I woke up, finished, topped off an all-night study session, logged in to Discord, and logged into a Warframe, and at that point I still had access. I was still a part of RG Fuse. It goes, Holy Week goes by, and I have this really heartfelt and amazing experience up there on the mountaintop at Swanee. I participate in one of the most magnificent Good Friday processions that I've ever seen. And of course, Easter Sunday comes along. And I enjoy time with the community that was in my real life. That had always been my focus. My studies and that community had always been a priority for me since the time that I arrived on the mountain. My participation with RG and RG Fuse was only a secondary priority, even when I was in leadership. but I'll circle around back to that. Well, I take my finals, and I feel I can finally breathe again. The Monday before my graduation, I woke up, logged on, started getting together with some friends. I logged into Discord, and that's when I realized that all the Discord tags that affiliated me with Rapture Gaming Fuse had been removed. Typically, this community would have a procedure that you would be notified of your removal. You would be notified by someone in leadership. I was not granted that courtesy. Neither were several other members who were also close friends of mine. They were removed for what was called quote-unquote inactivity. RG had a policy where you'd have to be active at least every 2 weeks to maintain your membership, or you would be removed from that part of the community. Well, obviously I was hurt, and I reached out to one of the people in charge, the person who was a very close friend, not just in the gaming community, but also in real life. This person and I spent 5 years studying together at the same college before I moved away for graduate school. And I was met with nothing but gaslight. That's just the best way I could describe it. Was I was being gaslighted by this person. I tried begging for some kind of closure, some kind of understanding. But what hurt the most was the response I got when they said that they had been approached by upper leadership about taking over in the top leadership position for Fuse, and that they would have to be reining in some things. And one of those things was making a choice to take this leadership position and remove me, or preserve our friendship and decline the position. Well, they chose to remove me from Fuse and take the leadership position. I don't know if anyone else out there has ever had that happen to them, but it's never a good feeling when you're betrayed like that, and when you have someone who you think is your best friend stab you in the back like that. And I was angry. I spent many nights, and have spent many nights having conversations, especially with this person, and they're the most vile and hate-filled conversations ever. So that was the main catalyst to why I was removed from Fuse and eventually decided to leave RG in its entirety. But there was also a lead up to that event. Now, the most frustrating part of this community was their insistence on following a militaristic style of chain of command, which, I understand that, structures like this, hierarchies give order, give structure. As a business major, I'm not doubting that fact, and I think it's very important to have structure when it comes to a community and knowing who's in charge and who's responsible. But prior to all this in the spring of 22, I was once a part of that leadership structure before all this had happened. I was in charge of my own little, what they called company in Fuse, which honestly was a company where they usually just thrusted people who they couldn't really get rid of for some reasons, people who've been in the community for decades, and no one had the willingness to follow the rules that they had in place and remove them. I was struggling to find help leading the smaller part of the community. And by November of 21, the last person who was helping me lead it decided that they were going to step away. And also at that time too, because of the pressures I was under with school and that, my mental health had started to suffer severely. I was, in a sense, kind of strong-armed into stepping down, which was a very hard decision for me. A very emotional moment, which the person who was in charge of all of Fuse at the time really couldn't care. And it sounded to me that's what they wanted in all, because my style of leadership put the people I was serving first. So 2 weeks after I stepped down from this leadership position, the notification goes out to all of Fuse that the person who had stepped down before me had been thrusted back up the chain of command and promoted to the position that I held. And that's the moment I realized it. I was being ostracized from this community. I was being ostracized from the leadership to start. And then things started going downhill from there. By early January of 22, I was starting to, what I feel to be bullied a lot by the main person in charge. Now, it's hard to say that word bullying because, adults are adults. We're not children. But it felt very harassing. It felt humiliating, demeaning how I was being treated by this top person in charge. And as I said, this person, they know who they are. So I confided my feelings about this with my therapist at the time. And they recommended to me that, I approached this person. And I had a group of friends who were seeing me suffer and wanted to help support me. And the three of us, we wanted to approach the next person in the step of the chain of command to help have this discussion. In March, we decided that's what we were going to do. And we reached out to the next person above, the person that was harassing, humiliating, and demeaning me. This person didn't care. They didn't want to be bothered with it. They didn't want to take the time just to listen to us. And we found ourselves in the position that many United States servicemen and women find themselves in when they are being abused and harassed by people within the chain of command. We were forced to have a confrontation with this individual. And that discussion, I pretended it went well, but it didn't. And at that point, that's when I felt that's when the decision to ostracize me from the community as a whole was made. I'm not a petty person. I'm not someone that wants to hold grudges all my life and be angry. But when an individual, and I want to speak to this experience because this person thought they knew what my life was like, thought they knew what life was like where I grew up. Now, I grew up in the north central part of Florida, in a very urban town. It's where the University of Florida is. But I also grew up in the more rural communities of Florida. Cities like Live Oak, Hawthorne, Palatka, Alachua, Mayo, the little tumbleweed towns that a person like this person who was humiliating me and demeaning me and in a sense delegitimizing me as a person would stick their nose up and realize they wouldn't even realize they passed through a town. I was raised in the South. I was raised to be a gentleman and be respectful. But it was so hard to be respectful when all I was doing was giving respect, and I wasn't being given an ounce of respect in return. It's so hard to forgive people who hurt you and stab you in the back. But as someone who has a devout faith as I do, I know that is what I have to do. And it's hard. It's hard every day to tell myself I forgive these people. And yet I have to hold that anger. Fuse and RG, it's not one of the best communities you can join out there. I think a community shouldn't have a very strict structure of leadership. Hierarchies and that are for sororities and fraternities and workplaces. But when it comes to gaming communities, it should just be about a group of people coming together to have fun. Yes, of course, being respectful of one another, but at the end of the day, having fun. Those last few months at RG and Fuse, they weren't fun for me. I was being bullied and I was being harassed. No one was listening, and I had to take matters into my hands. Sorry. I know what I have said here tonight will be upsetting to this group of people. And I know that this will probably cause me to be banned from ever being considered to rejoin this community. And that's okay. After what I went through, I was never intending to come back to a community like Rapture Gaming. Ineffective leadership. People who are only wanting the power for themselves. And the sad part is that's not everyone in that community. It's just a few bad apples who have spoiled the bunch. I pray every day for these people. But I need closure, and that's what this is tonight. Because now I'm feeling much lighter, now that I've finally gotten this burden off my chest. And when it comes to following the rules, when it comes to that, when I was told that I had broken the rules, it angered me because the person who had been harassing me, humiliating and demeaning my experience, is just as guilty as breaking one of the biggest rules that we had in this community, a rule that has had other members banned. This person has operated and maintained their own private server on Discord, which comprised mainly of the leadership of RG Fuse. And yes, in which they discussed business related to the gaming community, which, according to the rules of our community, was a major violation. And when I started to see that kind of hypocrisy, I had to distance myself. And I could not stand for it anymore. And it goes back to that issue of respect. And yet every day it still hurts. Every day, there are some days I find myself rereading those messages that my former friends sent me. And I still feel that same wellspring of anger and pain that I did then. No one should ever be treated like I was in the gaming community. No one should be forced to suffer just to have friends. Friendship shouldn't come with suffering. And as I said, for the last few months I was in RG and Fuse, I was suffering. And there was no one other than 2 people that gave a rat's butt about it. The final part of my message for everyone is that if you find yourself in a community such as this, if you find yourself being treated like this, you have the power to speak up. You have the power, they don't. They want to take that power from you, but you can't let them. And if you feel that your mental health is suffering, if you feel like you're coming to the edge of a cliff, seek help. Reach out to a friend that you trust. Reach out to a therapist. Reach out to the National Crisis Hotline. But friendship shouldn't involve suffering. And as I said, I know I've probably now upset a lot of people tonight. But I do want to issue this word of caution to the leadership of RG and RG Fuse. Just know that if you do ban me, you would only make me a martyr for my cause. And you would prove everything that I have said tonight. But now at least I can go away in peace. I can go away and build new relationships with new gamers, new gaming communities. And I can live my life without being attached to a group of people that were toxic and hurtful. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize to bring us to the end on such a downer note. God, I feel so much better, but everybody have a wonderful night. Stay safe. Good night. God bless. And good luck.